the next question, and Mr. Singleton, this will go to you first. I don't think that I need to tell anyone that perhaps one of the biggest issues with growth is traffic. We've heard it brought up already here on the stage. Is the town doing what it needs to in order to try to move all of these new people you have in Garner around, and what could be being done better?
Well, in our bond referendum, which will be held the same day as our election, we have $24 million in there for transportation sidewalks improvements. We have to partner with CAMPO, the Capital Area Metropolitan Planning Organization. That's how we've gotten grants to help with the roundabout on White Egg Road and other projects here in town. We've had presentations presented to us by CAMPO, how the funding process works throughout the whole state. And they're going to go and improve the roads that have the most traffic. That's why 40 is being widened. That's why 540 is being constructed. Highway 50 is always a concern, and it's on their TIP for the next 10 years, but it's $85 million from Cleveland School Road up to Timber Drive. The town can hardly put a small dent in that cost. So it's a challenge. Transportation is a challenge. People say, build the roads first. Well, it just doesn't work that way in a fast-growing economy.
Okay. Mr. Doe, same question to you.
Traffic and what we've done so far. I disagree a little bit. I think we could have done a little more infrastructure-wise going into this new development. Garner was sitting here. We had some space. Cary put in Cary Parkway prior to any development going out there, and it's the major artery. We did really well with Timber East, widening that before the commercial came in. So we do need to get ahead of this. Part of what we're going to need to do going forward is be more selective about the projects that we approve and giving priority to those that are going to actively contribute to improving traffic. We need to do more than maybe the bare minimum of the UDO and determine, we can always come back to it by pushing forward and going and asking for more, but the minimums are not minimums that are necessarily what's best in any given circumstance for our development. We need to get our council and staff to start evaluating traffic impact of developments in more holistic ways and making sure that we aren't content with traffic projections that are clearly going to impact quality of life and be potentially dangerous. We can sit on our hands and wait and think that DOT is going to bail us out in 10 years, but what we're doing with Jones Sausage Road and the bond is a good first start to widen that and help that. And I'm hoping going forward we'll come up with more creative ways to incentivize traffic corrections.
Okay. Ms. Berenger, same question to you.
Okay. And we think the first thing we have to do is to understand that we are not the only municipality that has traffic issues. It's across the county. Yeah, it's everywhere you go. Right around the Beltline and see if you can get around it in the same amount of time you could 3 or 4 years ago. It's just not possible. So we're part of a larger organization or larger picture, and we have to remember again that we need to work with partners. I'll use a specific example. I talked to Joey Hopkins this afternoon, who used to be our division engineer. He's not anymore. But I talked to him about Jones Sausage Road because that's a state-maintained road, but the portion from Amazon up to Garner Road is just terrible. And so I said, Joey, why isn't DOT taking care of this? And he said, well, because we have other priorities, because there's not an endless pot of money, and usually when towns really have a need like that and we can't handle it for them in a timely manner, then they take it on themselves. And Jones Sausage Road is part of the bond referendum coming up.